Hi guys, for today's video we are going to talk about the translational speech or interpreting. What is translation of speech or interpreting? Speech translation is the process by which conversational spoken phrases allowed in a second language. This differs from phrases translation, which is where the system only translates affects and finite set phrases that have been manually entered into the system. Interpreting and translation are two closely related linguistic disciplines, yet they are rarely performed by the same people. The difference in skills training, aptitude, and even language knowledge are so substantial that few people can do both successfully on a professional level. On the surface, the difference between interpreting and translation is only the difference in the medium. The interpreter translates orally, while translator interprets written text. Both interpreting and translations presuppose a certain love of language and deep knowledge of more than one language. The difference between translation and interpreting. The key skills of the translator are the ability to understand the source language and culture of the country where the text originated, then using a good library or dictionaries and reference materials to render that materials clearly and accurately into the target language. Even bilingual individuals can rarely express themselves in a given subject equally well in both languages, and many excellent translators are not fully bilingual to begin with. Knowing this limitation, a good translator will only translate document into his or her native language. An interpreter, on the other hand, must be able to translate in both directions on the spot without using dictionaries or other supplement reference materials. Interpreters must have extraordinary listening abilities, especially for simultaneous interpreting. Simultaneous interpreters need to process and memorize the words that the source language speakers is saying now, while simultaneous outputting in the target language the translation of words the speaker said 5 to 10 seconds ago. Interpreters must also possess excellent public speaking skills and intellectual capacity to instantly transform idioms, colloquialism, and other cultural specific references into analog statements that target audience will understand. I will give you an example of translation speech and interpreting speech. First is interpreter. One example is one person is using sign language to translate what someone is saying to a deaf person. Another is imagine there is a meeting of every different countries and each of them has a different languages. Basically, one of them must bring their own interpreter. Translation. Example is imagine you are the translator and you are going to send messages and the text is hello. The hello word in English must be translated into many different language in order to understand the person who's reading the text. Challenges and future prospects. Currently, speech translation technology is available as product that instantly translates free-form multilingual conversations. This system instantly translates continuous speech Challenges in accomplishing this includes overcoming speakers' dependent variation in style of speaking or pronunciation are issues that have to be dealt with in order to provide high quality translation for all users. For the reasons that the user does not understand the target language when speech translation is used, a method must be provided for the users to check whether the translation is correct by such means as translating it again back into the user's language.